reason that The Last of Us show is talked so heavily down is because it is compared to one of the best story-written video games. And now, I'm not saying that this show is, like, well written on its own if you don't compare it, but I'm saying that there are plenty of interesting written shows that still do well because they have that teen comedy aspect or that teen romantic aspect, or they have something that TV viewers are gonna like. But when you're bringing over a lot of fans who have played this video game for years and years and fell in love with the subtext and the story and play and what makes it so good, it is of course not even gonna compare. And this show has some good scenes, specifically when they are pulling from the game, but I find overall it is just not even a comparison to what makes the game so great. I wish that adaptations, and specific The Last of Us, did this instead. I would have loved if we had taken The Last of Us concept and we had gone, what fans questions do people have? Like, for example, a lot of people, including myself, would love to know what happened to the rest of the world. Is there a safe haven? Like, for example, did New Zealand just close their borders and they're like a safe haven? Like, what if there was a show about survivors from different places, or even survivors from the US attempting to get to that safe haven and they have to get through different parts of the world, and we got to see what the rest of the world was like? Or a lot of people have questions of like, well, what was it like for Joel between Sarah and Ellie? When Sarah had passed away, and then when he was in the QZ and he was living that life before he met Ellie, what was his life like? And that's another big question that could have been answered in a show. If we, instead of just doing a bar for bar adaptation where people will pick it apart, they will say, well, that's not what Ellie did in the game, or that's not who Ellie is, or Bella Ramsey's not capturing Ellie, or why is Dina's character not this, or this and this and this, and why does Abby look like that? Like, instead of just doing a bar for bar adaptation that's never gonna compare to the jaw-dropping game of The Last of Us, instead of doing that, why can't we expand on interesting points and questions that fans have that cannot really be answered in a game? Like, I feel like it would be such a cool thing to introduce new characters, new areas, new world, just new concepts of what The Last of Us is. It has the possibility to be such an expansive story. I think the reason people loved The Last of Us Part 1 so much was because of how it was a zombie game, but it wasn't a zombie game. It was a zombie game like we've never seen before, where the focus wasn't on just killing zombies. The focus was on the love of a father and his, like, not biological daughter kind of relationship, and we got to see that between Joel and Ellie. And I think people loved how expansive that part of the story was and how it was about love. And so I'm like, if we brought some interesting characters and made interesting stories with them, or with Joel before that, I'm just like, that would be so much better. And I feel like it wouldn't get as much hate.